Hello everyone, I'd like to thank you once again for joining me. This is Al from Kindred Souls of Brooklyn, and I'd like to really thank you for tuning in tonight. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And if you want to drop me a line, it can be reached at connection@kindredsoulsofbrooklyn.com. And folks, tonight, what I want to talk about is Wacky Packages. If you're old enough to remember, now I was born in 1965, these Wacky Packages were spoof cards. And oddly enough, they were made by the Topps Corporation. Now, when you think about the Topps Corporation, you really don't think of Wacky Packages usually. You probably think about baseball cards. Now, this is a Topps baseball card. It's of Buddy Harrelson, as you can see. I'm a Mets fan, so of course I showed you one of the Mets. Buddy Harrelson, one of the all-time great Mets. Or you might possibly think of Topps cards with these. This is a Welcome Back Kotter card, another blast from the past. Also made by Topps, but that's a video from another day. But folks, hopefully you remember the Wacky Packages. And if you're like me, you remember them with fondness. Now, I have a whole poster of them somewhere. The original Wacky Packages came out in 1967, but they weren't on stickers. So what I have here, I took out about 6 of them that I thought were pretty cool just to read to you, because there was lots of them, and I can't read all of them to you, but let me know how you like this video, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do another video on them. But with no further ado, I want to read some of these and show them to you. Now, the first one, now, of course, these were and are real products, and that's what made them funny. And as kids, we thought they were hilarious. They came in packages of usually 3, and they came with a stick of bubble gum, just like the baseball cards did. It was that long, it was like a pink bubble gum. It was really good. So the first one is, it's called BAM, after the product Spam, or rather, Pam, excuse me. And it says, BAM, blow up your dinner with BAM. Eliminates fat, calories, and food. Caution, keep away from bridges and atomic power plants when not in use. And I know these are going to come out backwards, but if you can see that's kind of cool there. All right. The next one, now you guys know I'm a big Coca-Cola fan. I don't think they did one on Coca-Cola. They might have, but this is Pepsi, so it's close enough for argument's sake. So this one's called Burpsy Cola. 48 belches to the ounce. It's a gas. And like I said, folks, these are stickers. And you of course remember that. All right. The next one is Scary Lee, after Sarah Lee, of course. And this one says Scary Lee, Midnight Snacks for Vampires. Made with U.S. petrified food color. Screamberry is the flavor. And it's made with crepe cheese cake mix. And it says serve at tomb temperature. There we go. That's the one for Scary Lee. Next, we have one for, instead of Scope, we have Scorch. Monster size. Scorch, the flaming mouthwash. 6 fiery ounces. That's your one for Scorch. Next, we have a detergent one. Instead of cheer, it's cheap. And it says cheap. Clean your cage with cheap. The detergent, that's for the birds. Removes tar and feathers. And that's your Wacky Package for cheap. And last but not least, I think this one is really cool. I think they're all cool, but I wanted to show you this one. This one's called Daffy Baking Powder. And it says Daffy Baking Powder bakes cakes for quacks. And the price is 5 bills. Get it? The duck, 5 bills. And here you have Daffy Duck on there. Now, folks, today, with all the licensing agreements, what they are, I imagine this probably wouldn't be possible today, because the licensing fees would probably be through the roof. So, of course, that's Daffy Duck, and he's a Warner Brothers product. So I don't know if that would even be possible today. But, I think these cards were popular all across the United States, but coming from Brooklyn, and I think they were really popular here because they were sold in delis and corner stores and bodegas and things like that. So I imagine they were really popular in places like Brooklyn and Chicago and Boston, all places where you had these kind of stores to sell them. And I really think they were a lot of fun. So, folks, let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite ones were. Like I said, there are a lot more out there, and if you really like this video, I could do another video on it. And Please let me know what you think. Give me some comments. I really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel. You know, this is a Brooklyn-based channel. Of course, I'm coming to you now from the garden spot of the world, Brooklyn, New York. But my horizon is pretty wide. I try to do videos that obviously are based on Brooklyn, but because these were bought in Brooklyn and I live in Brooklyn, I kind of bring things together. I don't want it to be so narrow that every single thing's got to be precisely, exactly, totally on Brooklyn. So I really think, so what I do is as long as it has a Brooklyn flavor to it and a flair, and I think that people out there who would appreciate it come from Brooklyn, and of course the world, because you could, you know, a lot of people have moved away from Brooklyn. I have a lot of viewers who tune in from other places, who used to live here, who want to live here, who might live here one day. Of course, everybody's welcome on the channel, and comments are welcome, and viewership is welcome. So please, folks, subscribe if you haven't. Give me some feedback. And if you have any wacky packages around, I suggest you hold on to them, bring them out. They're a great conversation piece. They're probably worth some money. But most of all, it's the sentimental value. Think about where you were when you bought these cards back in 1973. Think about the times, how they were. No cell phones. In Brooklyn, obviously, like in all New York, water was free. Television was free. There was no cable TV. So it's kind of a blast from the past. You know, a lot of times when you pick something like that up, you remember where you were, what you were doing, what class you were in, the friends you had in grammar school. I know for me, I went to Holy Name of Jesus Catholic school, grammar school, up on Prospect Park West, and we bought these all around the stores. Otto and Ray was a famous store that we bought these in. So, folks, let me know what you think. Not to take too much of your time, please subscribe once again. Have a wonderful night, and search out your wacky packages and bring them out. I probably think they're worth some money. Have a good night, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye now.